Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to service this Mercedes E220 CDI. This is a 2007 car. It's an 18-year-old car, but it only has 52,000 miles. So if you want to see how to replace the oil and all filters, stick around and I'll show you how. I want to show you what we need to remove underneath. You've got 8mm bolts. I believe there are at least 6 of them. So we're gonna apologize for the lighting, it's not the best. You should be able to see a bit better now. So we're gonna take this off and then remove obviously the sump plug and drain the oil. Just to update you on the progress here, so in order to get to the actual sump drain plug, you're gonna have to remove both covers. There's one here in front of the bumper, you don't need to touch this one, but you need to remove the middle and the back one, which also uncovers the transmission, and everything is so clean. I've never seen anything like it. This is an 18-year-old car. You can just see how clean everything is and no oil at all. So absolutely incredible. So what we're gonna have to do here is we're going to have to remove this 13mm plug. So once we remove that, then we're going to drain the oil and then proceed with the removal of the oil filter. I'm going to show you how to remove the oil filter cap. I'm going to show you exactly which size it is. So this is 76/14. This is the size of this oil wrench. And if it is a bit loose, you can put a bit of cloth, like a rag. I've already done this off camera, so I'm just gonna slowly open it up. And what I like to do is, just before I completely remove it, I put a rag so no oil drips down on the housing. This is what I like to do. Keep everything oil free for as much as you can. This is the filter. So I'm gonna rinse this in a bucket with some brake cleaner. I'm gonna tidy up this mess, and then we're gonna install the new filter and torque it to spec, which is 25 Newton meters for this cap. This is the oil filter holder, and this is the oil filter as I showed you previously. This is a Febi 24661. I'm going to replace these O-rings with new ones, and also I'm going to install a fresh O-ring on the housing here as well. I've installed these new O-rings in place, and it doesn't really matter how you install this filter. It goes both ways. I've pre-lubed the O-ring with a little bit of WD-40. Okay, apply no more than 25 Newton meters of torque. Time to pour some oil. This takes 6.5 liters. We're gonna add a bottle of 5 first, and then another 1.5. I want to show you how to replace the air filter on this E220. You've got 5 of these tabs. So you want to push them out. There's 2 on the other side, which I've already done. And then the lid just lifts up. Super easy to access the air filter. lift the air filter out, I'm gonna cover the mass airflow meter and I'm gonna blow this with an air line. The filter that I will be using is Febi, and this is the part number 33468. Look at the way they've packed it, so clean. So it's very important to lift and to turn the air filter with these two holes up, so these two prongs will lock in place, otherwise the lid won't go in. I'm gonna show you how to replace the pollen filter on a Mercedes W211 or S211. So what I will do is I'm gonna remove these three clips, which I've already done off camera, and then you can lift this panel from here, and this is the actual housing for the pollen filter. The next step will be to remove this 10mm plastic nut, and then we'll be able to lift it up and access the filter. Okay, so let's go ahead and remove this. You want to lift it up and pull it forward. You see, this is where the filter is located, and you can just take this whole thing out. The new filter is made by Blueprint. I'm going to show you the part number here, ADU172509. So what you've got to do is you've got to just slightly pry on this tab here and lift this up. Just make sure you insert it in the correct direction. Just make sure the arrows point the correct way. Really, with this shape, there's only one way you can install it. I fitted the filter now, and then all you have to do is go and install it back in place. And let's install this plastic cover as well. So this is how easy it is to install the pollen filter, and let's move on to the next step. In this part, I'm going to show you how to replace the fuel filter. This is a Febi fuel filter, and the part number is 34178. This is the original reference code here from Mercedes A64609200501. Let's open it up and see what's inside. And this is what you get, Febi 34178. Let's remove the engine cover and locate the filter. So this is the location of the fuel filter. You want to remove these clips. You can use a screwdriver in order to pry it and make it easier for yourself. This will obviously loosen up the holder of the fuel filter. Okay, you've got one more on the bottom. This will release, and then you can lift up the fuel filter. Just before we go any further, these are locking clips here, and when you squeeze onto them, this clamp will release, and then in the same way you're going to install them back. Okay, that's now released. Now I want to show you what I'm using. This is the type of plier. I've got a full set with different types of pliers, and this is what you want to use in this application. Just make a note of your inlet and outlet. You've got different diameter pipes, so you can't really get that wrong. Prepare a cloth because you're going to spill some fuel. This is the feed, the thicker one of the two, and this is the out into the common rail. So we're going to remove the feed pipe first. If this is too difficult to move, get a pair of pliers. I don't want to spill any fuel, but the old filter here, it's manufactured on the 3rd of November 2017, so it's been a while since this filter has been changed. So we're doing a great job by replacing it now. I want to show you a little bit of a trick here for priming the fuel filter. Some people like to fill it up with fuel. I'm not going to put any dirt in it additionally, so what I will do is I will connect the inlet. I'm going to install the filter in place. I'm going to place it in the housing. Okay. Now I'm going to push this clip back in place here and clip it back the way it should be. I have connected the outlet into the diesel jerry can here underneath. So what I will do is I'm going to turn the ignition on and I'm going to prime the system. That will fill up the fuel, and then the excess will go into the jerry can here. So I like working on these older cars where you can start the pump by just turning the ignition rather than having to use a diagnostic tool or some other tricks. So let's go and do that. I'm going to gently disconnect the hose, let it drain into the jerry can, and then I'm going to connect the outlet pipe that goes into the rail. All you have to do now is connect this pipe here, push the clamp back in place. Now we're gonna start the engine just to make sure that there's no leaks, and then after this we're gonna place the cover back, and that's it, job done. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this video and you found it helpful. If you do like the content, please hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you're not a subscriber already. And I'll see you guys in the next one.